Hello and welcome back to another mask tutorial video. Today we're making Sundowner's face mask. Well, specifically the faceplate part of his helmet. It seems that Sundowner's helmet from Metal Gear Rising is inspired by a heavily armored samurai, or shogun, that has, well, the top half of it cut off. They have the neck armor which guards the back parts of his neck, and that open mouth type faceplate that most ancient samurai warriors, or at least heavily armored samurai warriors, have. Those, Oni open mouth face masks, if you know what I'm talking about. That is pretty much the direct inspiration for Sundowner's faceplate. So that's our project for today, so let's get right into it. Alright, materials needed for this is just like the last video, except for one extra thing. So we'll need cardboard, scissors, pencil, glue, shoe glue, and, well, one more thing, foam sheets. This thin in particular. So yeah, that is the extra piece. Since this project is a bit more difficult than the last one, there are unique shapes to Sundowner's masks that, well, needs to have soft material for it to bend. Alright, so how about let's get started. First process is what I've done so far. Trace your mask of choice. I'll be using this one, my old mask that I've already prepared. And there we go. Now, what you want to do is get your reference image and try to redesign or try to fit Sundowner's mask right here, which I will be doing in 3, 2. The snap's not that good. Okay, I've done pretty much, well, the design. It's quite different from the original image, since I'll be making it a bit more practical, and the original one is way too big. The chin part's way too unwieldy for like normal everyday use, or at least normal use. I don't know if you're gonna use this every day, but this is a design I've come up with to be a bit more usable than the original one. Alright, let's get right into how we'll make the template. Alright, so everything's been cut out and separated. The template's been done by using, well, the side view of this. So this is not gonna be much of use anymore, so put that to the side. And here we go. That's pretty much all the template. I'll be putting this on to the link in the description. This is a bit more complicated than the last one, since there's no, well, seam on the front part. There's no edge that defines where's the left and right side. It's all just flushed together, rounded on the face, bent right over there. That's why it's a bit more complicated, and it needs to be one part that wraps around the face, not two parts that, well, like this. So you get what I mean, right? Luckily, I'm gonna provide the link in the description for this, and I've already put this onto pieces of cardboard. So here's the pieces that's gonna be needed for the base for now. The cardboard pieces, the other pieces will be other materials, foam and such, but for the base, this is all you need. Don't mind it being too messy. Everything you need is on the template, so just follow that template. Don't follow what you see here, since these are hastily put together. The templates are more refined, so yeah. So these are the parts that we'll be needing to glue together, to bend, and to make copies of this onto foam sheet. So yeah, I'll show you the next scene. Alright, don't mind the mess here on the side, just focus on what's in front of you. So what we have here is, well, the pieces semi put together. You notice that this part is glued right here, and I'll be gluing the other part right here, after I've bent them into shape, since that's the only way that it's actually gonna connect properly. So just bend this part, the middle part here where it's connected, like so, and go ahead and bend the other parts as well, and bend this part too, number 2, and connect them where the line is, right here. And there we go. That's pretty much the base of most of the mask. After that, actually I might you can do this on your own choice, but I think I'll glue this detail part onto the, well, detail foam part, the outer parts of the mask, into the base before actually bending and gluing them, since they fit perfectly like this and it might deform once it's bent. So yeah, I'll go ahead and glue the foam parts first. Oh, actually before that, these parts right here are seen in the template. You can just cut them out like so. These parts here are poked with a hole. I don't think I poked it with a pencil. First poked it with a knife, and then a pencil to widen the hole. Here I've scored some parts. Well, just run through a blade without cutting them too deep. Once it's heated and sealed, it'll open up. These are parts for here as well. And that's pretty much all of the foam parts for now. Let's glue them together and form the shape. Alright, everything's stuck together. The detailed parts on the surface. And well, all we need now is to bend it into shape better and put the number 3 piece onto the nose guard right here. Just bend it into shape as well, and then, well, cut out the foam counterparts, detail counterparts, and then I think we have, well, most of the mask done. Just the mouthpiece left and outer detail and stuff. Alright. And it's all built up. Well, most of it. There's still the mouthpiece inside, but that's a different part since it's some more lighter gray. I'll be painting this jet black since that's what it looks. I've scorched the surface as well. I've treated it just right on top of a stove top because I don't really have a heat gun. You see here that part's damaged and shrunken because I've kind of burnt it, but everything else, it's fine. The details have raised up, the line details that's also present in the template here as well. But this part is damaged, but that's okay. I'll make it, well, weathered instead. So yeah, I'll be painting this black. I'll be making the mouthpiece, well, inside the mouthpiece next, and also the circle parts, which are already right here and have been cut out from here. I'll be cutting them a little bit smaller, just a little trim on the edges. And I'll be painting this silver, then red, and then put some decals on this too, weathering and all that jazz. Also, I'll be putting some reinforcements in here just to be sure that it's, well, okay, and all that stuff, so it won't break, especially here on the edges here. Yeah, all right, I'll just go ahead and put the reinforcements. Oh, actually, I'll go ahead and put the reinforcements and the Velcro first. I can just put masking tape over them when it's painting. I kind of want to test how it looks. Alright, painted it everything black, gave it the reinforcements on the back. This is pretty much ready for, well, oh, actually I still haven't put the detail on here, but this whole part is finished. All of the black parts is finished. Next up, I'll be making the mouthpiece that goes right inside here, which won't be needing paint since it's a dark gray color, just like in the picture, well, just like in the reference. And if you're, well, thinking what the hell am I doing with another face mask on the back, I'm just tying it down to make it to shape it better, like so. And well, yeah, let's get started with this one, the piece that goes inside the mouth. What I'll be doing here is, see these lines, except for that's just a reference for where the center is. See these lines? These are gonna be raised details, or actually all of these are gonna be covered in foam. These are actually seam lines that would be visible on the foam. So yeah, I'll just go ahead and make a copy of this onto a foam sheet and then cut these parts up and scorch them up as well to make the detail. Also, if you're curious, don't worry, most of the details are also in the template, like circle details here, the placement for this detail, the placement for, well, the venting detail right here, as well as the details for the circle parts, and finally the mouth parts. So you'll just have to follow those details and, well, you'll be good. Alright, let's make a copy of this on foam. Alright, I opt out to use, well, just full-on foam for the mouth parts. Well, teeth parts? I'm not too sure what to call this, but the inside part of the mask. And I made a few modifications for myself. Namely, it's still the same shape behind. There's another layer added on top with extensions. It's still the same general shape. I just extended this part down, extended the parts up right here so they can get glued better, and here to cover, well, the other part here better. There we go. Something like that, which has a pretty nice fit. It's not supposed to protrude out like this in the official images, but I do like how it looks. It's almost done. Well, there's a lot more stuff to do, namely detailing, finishing of the paint, scoring this again in the stove, or, well, anything that has heat to like seal and open up those details, and, well, weathering. I don't think I'll be keeping the color like this shiny. I might top coat it in matte or satin finish, we'll see. And the circle details are also done. These are just the cutouts that I've already cut right here. On this detail, I just, well, cut a bit more, just trim the edges a little bit so it could fit like this. All that's left to do is paint this thing, well, shiny red. And yeah, the mask is coming together. I didn't really think that it would look this good since, well, Sundowner's mask is quite different from what I've done lately without the edge right here. It's all just wrapping around your head, but it turned out alright. And to be honest, I'm a really big fan of this shape too. So yeah, how about let's do the stuff that I just said we would do, and see you in a bit. Alright, it's been quite some time since the last update, so what I've done right now is just paint the circles silver. I'll be painting them clear metallic red. As soon as these dry out, they're still a bit, well, not dry. And I've added foam reinforcements on the back right here. These are for pretty much the Velcro and, well, keeping the whole thing together. What I did to get this shape is just, well, do something like this. Just placing the foam part right behind here, and then tracing the shape all around. Once the shape is traced, cutting it and then gluing it onto the back, just like so. Simple enough. Now this inner piece right here, oh, and I paint these red. I'll be sticking them onto here, and that will be part of the time lapse for when I start detail painting every part of these. Alright, some updates have been done. I've scorched, well, heated the foam, opened up the details a bit, painted the detail circle parts for around the cheeks right here, painted it in such a way that it would look like it's glowing, or so it would seem. I think it looks good. I don't know if it actually looks good for you guys, but I'm satisfied with this effect. So basically what I did was apply a really dark red first, and then paint like hastily paint a circle thing of well, normal red right here on the center, and then mix red with orange and paint it really right onto the center part. Also, like, panel lines the details white so it could be seen. That's what I planned for the details here as well, as they're really dark. I'll attempt to panel line them white. If they don't look really good, I'll just go ahead and paint them red so they have, well, the effect that I still want. So yeah, oh, also just dropping red paint into these parts right here. So yeah, alright. Oh wait, no, also I need to paint these red parts right here, but look at that, it's really messy if you look. So I cut up parts of paper, well, in this case it's more like cardboard again. This is paper, it's just really hard paper. So yeah, you can use any color if you want. I'm just gonna paint it red anyways, so here we go. Just fit right onto there and glue them in place, and after that I'll start painting. Simple as that. Alright. there we go. What we have here is essentially the finished product of the mask. This is 100% usable by now. It's all panel lines with white, and I do agree with how it looks, since it does bring out the detail like a lot. Makes it a lot more visible now. And I'm very satisfied with how it looks, but I will be adding some more onto this, decals all over and some weathering, but this is 100% usable by now. So velcroed up, you can use it as is. You can add stuff if you'd like. I'll be adding some more stuff, weathering, decals all over, stuff like that, to just, well, enhance how it looks, much like how I did right here. So yeah, I'll be back with the final details and I'll start showing it off. Well, another project done. It's all detailed up, decaled, weathered, painted, all that stuff. I've added this part right here, this strap, because I didn't want it to go flaring out if you wear it, so that keeps it from making it look more bulky than it already is on your face. It's huge. It's still huge, simply because the design, you can't really make it smaller, or, well, people can make it smaller, I guess, but I did it, and I tried to make it smaller, but it still is quite big. But it looks good. It looks good enough. This thing keeps it from making it look bigger. It's already velcroed up right here as well. Perfectly lines up right here, so you won't get confused to where it's placed. And yeah, this was another fun project. It took quite a bit of time, again, just like any other project that I do, but it still is really good, really fun. I mean, yeah, hopefully I'd be doing more of these, but I think the next video would be a bit different. Maybe another custom model kits, or maybe I'd be finishing one of my backlog projects, like, well, the sword and stuff. But for now, let's just enjoy how good this looks. I'm really proud of how this turned out. The templates are on the description if you want to make it yourself, or, well, do anything you want. But thanks for watching, and see you guys next time. I still can't believe this turned out really cool. Alright, see ya.